adjusting the brakes on this wheelchair to make it a little bit tighter so that it doesn't do this. So right now you can see that the brake's not really catching on here and it's just able to move the chair a lot. But the other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and explain a little bit about this chair so that we can understand how it operates. So if we're coming down here and we're looking at the footrest, most footrests are going to move and they're going to come off. So there's this little locking mechanism right here that you're just going to pull back and it's going to release them and they swing away. To get them on, you just pop the rivets in and then come back in like that. Most armrests are going to come off too. There's a little button right here that we're going to press in, and this one pops straight up and then we'll remove. Alright, so if we're coming down here and we're looking, we're going to need a couple of tools to tighten these brakes to make sure that it's going to grab nice. So if we're coming right down in here, you can see that there's a couple different bolts right here. These bolts are going to tighten the actual brake. So sometimes you'll have just a brake that the handle is really wobbly and that's why it's not working well. So maybe if this handle was just really wobbly, it wouldn't stick really easy, it would pop off. And these two right here, these two bolts are going to be the bolts that will tighten this to make sure that we're getting a good sit and it's not able to pop off easy. So I'll tighten that first, and that, again, it's not going to change, it's not going to fix the overall problem that this isn't locking well, that we're still getting movement here, and that this isn't centered right. So the way that we're going to adjust that, and actually this particular chair has a quick release, it's a hybrid chair, so I'm able to actually take this wheel completely off of the chair. And you can see it's a hybrid transport chair, so it has another small wheel back here. And we're not going to worry about this brake because she doesn't really use this chair as a transport chair. But what we're going to be working on is this right here. So we're going to need an Allen wrench to take out these two set screws right here. Oh, there we go. So I'm just going to loosen these two up. There we go. Good. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach this wheel again. So I took the wheel off so I could easily access the brake to make sure that I could get these bolts off really easy. So now I'm just going to take this, and we have two things we could do. We could either take this whole part right here and try to move it forward, but you see they have bump stops right here. So we're only going to be able to move it to right there. But actually that seems like it locks decently. But I think I might want it just a little bit tighter than it's able to give. So what I'm going to do is take the hammer and just bump this whole mechanism forward. So you see this is going to slide inside and get this brake just a little bit closer to the wheel. And that's really what I'm going to want. So I'm just going to just pop this forward just a little bit. I'll just bump it forward. There we go. Now I'll pop this back out. And then when we go ahead and tighten this, we're going to want to make sure that we got this positioned in a way that it's going to sit really nice against here. So I'm actually going to want to just go a little bit further in. Get a nice good sit on this brake. And that looks like it'll be good right there. Might even just go a tad bit more to make sure that we're not redoing this just a little bit down the road. Pop this wheel back off, and I'm ready to tighten it down. So now I'm taking these and I'm just going to tighten them up.
Good
Get a really good sit.
pie. The pie. The pie. The pie.
There we go. Then this one right here, I'll tighten up again. Really good. Whoop. That should do it. Now I can put this back on and hopefully we'll get a good, solid. There we are. And you can see that's really putting a good indentation in there, so we know we got a really good contact with that brake. So everything seems nice and secure now. It's definitely not going anywhere. And that's how you do it. Nothing else to it.